If you are a freelance writer right now and you are sending out 20 pitches a day on Upwork, on LinkedIn, scouring those DMs, you're hovering around job boards and you are hearing absolutely nothing back, or even worse, you're getting lowballed consistently by clients who want to pay you absolutely nothing, well, then you're probably sat on the other end of the screen panicking right now. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking AI has completely destroyed the freelance writing industry, that there are no good clients left, and that really you need to go back to work and get a real job. I know this because my inbox is full of desperate messages from writers who are, quite frankly, terrified by the state of the industry and what AI is changing right now. But I'm going to tell you a secret that nobody else is talking about. The freelance writing industry absolutely is not dead, but it is evolving. And if you can't find work right now, then it's not because actually there's no jobs, it's because you're selling a service that nobody wants to buy anymore. My name is 𝗧𝗛𝗣𝗧 and I run a 7-figure content agency. It's called 𝗪𝗡𝗡𝗡, and we hire freelance writers all the time. In fact, I've reviewed hundreds of writing portfolios and applications just this year alone, as we did our last hiring round in March. And today I'm going to show you exactly why most writers are actually struggling and what high-paid clients actually look for in 2026 and how you can position yourself, even in this market, to still get hired. Let's get straight to the point. If your entire value proposition is, I can write 1,000 words on a topic with good grammar and no spelling mistakes, then you're in trouble, because ChatGPT can do that in 10 seconds for free. Clients don't want you to pay just to type words on a page anymore. They can get words almost anywhere for free. They're no longer a commodity that was worth paying for. And that's what AI tools have disrupted about our industry. But what clients are desperate for and what they will pay premium rates for is still content strategy. High-paying clients still need somebody who understands how those words fit into their overall business goals and how content creates pipeline. They want someone who understands SEO, search intent, and how to structure an article so that it actually converts traffic into leads and makes money rather than just filling space on a page. Your clients still want someone who understands how to interview a subject matter expert and extract proprietary insights that AI could never generate and can never generate. They want a content marketer, not just a writer, and that's the crucial difference in 2026. You see, I still see writers pitching themselves all the time with generic portfolios full of generic blog posts, all about the top 5 benefits of yoga or how to save money on groceries. These posts, they don't prove anything. They don't prove that you're a good writer. They don't prove anything to me or to a high-paying B2B client. They just prove that you know how to use Google and you can rephrase what's already out there. But that's not a skill that I'm going to pay for. If you want to command high rates, you've got to stop selling words and start selling outcomes. The second reason that you can't find work right now is how you are pitching. I know that you don't really want to hear this, but most writers use like a spray and pray approach. They use the same generic cover letter over and over again, applying it to 50 different job posts. They don't tailor anything, they don't make it specific, and they don't show what a difference it can make to a content strategy. They only show things like, here are my last 5 blogs that I've written. I don't care. How is that specific to the application that I am hiring for? When I get applications like that in my agency, I delete them almost immediately because they tell me absolutely nothing about how you can help the clients that I serve. High-paying freelance writing clients, they're busy. They're hiring a writer because they don't want to do that themselves. They don't have time to dig through your generic portfolio to figure out if you're a good fit for their highly technical SaaS product. You have to connect the dots for them. So instead of a generic pitch, you need to send a targeted, outcome-focused proposal. And it needs to be specific to each job that you're applying for. It's no use applying for a SaaS job, which is one of the highest paying industries out there for writers. There's no use applying to that with a whole list of crappy blogs that you wrote for your family friend. Instead, why don't you lead with some specific content ideas that you think would work for them in that industry? Why not give them a couple of examples of how you've done that in the past and some data that supports what you're saying? Do you see the difference? One is simply asking for a job, showing off the most recent pieces of work that they've done. The other is positioning yourself to be a solution offerer. You're giving a solution to a business problem, and that's what people are willing to pay for. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, which is, of course, AI. A lot of writers are just ignoring AI and hoping that it goes away. Or I've had so many conversations with writers who are actively fighting against using AI and they're refusing it on principle. Both of those approaches are massive mistakes, in my opinion. The writers who are thriving right now, and they're the ones that are making six figures still in today's job market, they're the ones that have embraced AI as a tool to make themselves faster and more valuable. So, for instance, at Empowered English, we positioned ourselves initially as a human-first content agency, but then we were having conversations with our clients who wanted us to use AI in many cases. And we realized that our human-first positioning actually wasn't really getting us anywhere. So we decided to scrap that. And now we're an AI-first agency. What does that mean? For some of our writers out there, that they might feel a bit uncomfortable by that, and certainly some of the writers that I've met feel uncomfortable. They feel like I've sold out or that I'm kind of causing problems in the industry. And while I certainly understand that, the reality is that these tools are here to stay, and clients are wanting to use them. If their competitors are using AI and they're mass producing, speeding up content, creating such great content using AI at a fraction of the cost, why would they go back to the old ways of doing things and spend millions of dollars on slow, clunky pieces of content? The truth is that the best writers are using AI to speed up their research, to generate outlines, and to overcome all of that blank page anxiety. That doesn't mean I just think we should use AI all the time and, not do any human editing. Of course not. But looking at AI as a tool and as a strategy that can actually support your workflow is much more important way of looking at things, rather than simply rejecting AI off the bat. When a client hires you, they don't care really if you used AI to help structure your thoughts and your document or not. They actually care what results that document is going to get them. They care if the final product is excellent, if it reads like it was original and fantastic, and if it drives results. We actively look for writers who know how to use AI effectively in my business, because it shows us that they're adaptable, efficient, and focused on the final outcome, not just the manual process of typing. It also shows us that they're going to fit in well with the clients that we have. So if you're not learning now how to prompt effectively, how to use AI for content optimization, and how to integrate it into your workflow, the truth is you're going to be left behind by the writers who do. People are looking for that in your application. Are you including it? So if you're struggling right now, here is your action plan. First, audit your portfolio. Remove all of that generic top of the funnel rubbish and replace it instead with deep strategic pieces that show you understand businesses, you understand their goals, you understand SEO, and you understand conversion architecture, content marketing, and all of those things. Second, stop sending generic pitches. Pick 5 high quality prospects a week, research their content, and send them highly personalized, solution-oriented proposals. Never use AI in your pitches either. I'm seeing this so often. I do take an AI first approach, but when you're using it in your pitch, you're really letting yourself down. How do I know what your unique insight is? What's your strategy? Give me the things that AI can't give me. Having said that, my third thing is learn how to use AI as a strategic accelerator, not a replacement. The demand for high quality strategic content is higher than it's ever been. And the noise from AI has actually made truly excellent writing, truly excellent strategy more valuable, not less. You just have to prove that you're the human worth paying for. If you are on the hunt right now for a new role, you don't want to miss my newsletter, which is called Get That Money. I send it out every Monday, and it's my AI that scours all of those job posts, all of those roles, all of those LinkedIn posts, and does that hard work for you, gets those job roles in your inbox every single Monday, so it's very easy for you to apply and you can focus instead on the pitch. If that sounds helpful, the link is in the description box below to join. It's completely free, always will be for writers, so there's really no excuse for you not to sign up and get those roles in your inbox. And then if you found this video helpful, make sure that you subscribe. I share weekly insights on how to build a profitable freelance business in 2026 and beyond. I've already been there, I've already done it, so I'm showing you all the behind the scenes, the tips and tricks that I learned myself from growing my content agency. So I will see you in the next video.